Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Welcome to Omega Power. Okay, so today I'm going to point out some body language things that women do all the time that triggers your mating system, men's mating system, and women do it all the time and men are completely oblivious to it. So now we're talking about the master of influence, okay? So women are the master of influence. Here's the thing. They begin to develop this at a very, very young age. And I'm talking around 8, 9, or 10 years old, maybe even younger. So you're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Okay, so here's the deal. When men are born, we automatically use our left brain. That's our home. We automatically use it. And that's the logical hemisphere. It has some really, really good uses, okay? The right brain also has some really good uses. So in the last video, I said, I had the car, which was this car, 280ZX, anniversary edition, leather seats, air conditioning, just everything, chrome rims, just loaded, okay? Back then, that was the car to have. I was captain of the football team, championship team, ranked number 1 in the nation in kickboxing, bench 365 pounds, all that stuff. But one thing that I didn't have was social power. And guess what triggers a female's mating system? That's right, social power. Without social power, it doesn't matter if you have $1 million in your bank account. It doesn't matter if you have the newest sports car. It doesn't matter how tall you are. Watch the last video and just listen to the first 7 or 8 minutes of it, and you're going to understand what I mean. I didn't have social power. This is my coach. That's me, Mike Kollin, one of my first champion kickboxers, Jacob Stitch Duran. Even when I was in kickboxing, when I was famous for that, I couldn't get the girl. Because I was left brain. I was a male. It wasn't until I really, really learned how to open up to the right brain when all of a sudden all the pieces fell into place. I mean, guys, now I don't even have to try. It is so easy. Here's the deal. My hair's thinning. My teeth are ground down. I've got a little bit of a belly. Now, it's a little bit more than a little bit, but I've got a belly. I'm not muscular. I'm not strong. My muscles are deteriorating, and yet I get girls all the time. It's simply because I learned how to open up to the right brain and use the right brain hidden patterns. So today, I'm going to reveal something to you. So number one, men are born using their logical left brain, and we think the world of it. The problem is, the right brain is the social brain. Where do you think social power comes from? The right brain. The left brain is the logical, linear, external system. The right brain is the emotional, creative, spiritual system. The right brain is the relationship brain. It is also the social brain. And, now watch this. This is the power kicker of all power kicker. Her mating system, which turns her on sexually, has a nerve that curves off to the right brain's communication, social language for social power. I wonder what turns a woman on, Mike. If it's not the perfect 280ZX that polished wax chrome rims in perfect condition, anniversary edition leather seats, air conditioning, if that doesn't work, if captain of the football team doesn't work, ranked the number 1 in the nation in kickboxing with one of the world's most famous kickboxing coaches, Jacob Stitch Duran, what's going to get the girl? Social power. I want more power. Omega power. So here's the deal. You guys have been uselessly chasing your tails, going in circles, chasing for logical power. Logical power does not do shit when it comes to triggering her mating system. In the last video, I explained in depth how I had one girlfriend treating me like shit in high school. And by the way, I didn't mention in college, I had another girlfriend, same thing. She treated me like shit, and she was not pretty. And that's when I was a national champion in kickboxing. That literally at the time was when I was ranked number 1 in the nation. And I couldn't get a girl. Like I said in the last video, I'll make it really quick because I don't want to go back to that. My girlfriend in high school broke up with me. She did it in front of a bunch of people on the quad at school, and then Carrie, this really cute blonde girl. I mean, for some reason I'd never seen her before. She walked up to me. It was either the next day at lunch or that day at lunch. She goes, "Yeah, I heard your girlfriend broke up with you. Blah 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 blah. Can you take me to a party tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So, but the problem is, I took her to the party. She kind of bounced around, came back a couple times, went home with her friends, never talked to me again. There's another blonde. Same thing happened. We dated a few times. We dated for a little while, but after about 5 or 6 or 7 times of getting together, she didn't want to have nothing to do with me. And that was my life until about 28, when I started using NLP and some other things. But it really wasn't until I learned this internal awareness that I teach in my course, Crack the Female Code. Now, here's the deal. It's all about the right brain, guys. Not just for women, but for society. If you're a right brain male, people respect you. If you're a logical male, people kind of look at you like you're an idiot. Now, I'm about to show you something. So here's what happens when you learn how to open up to the right brain, to the expanded system. You're going to notice something that women do all the time. Women use an open body language. It's the right brain body language. I'm going to show a little bit of it to you right now. Now, this lady is not making fun of men, but she's saying, look, a lot of you guys, women are attracted to you, but you don't see it because it's like you're looking through these ocular glasses. In other words, look how narrow those circles are. What we want to do is take those glasses off and open you up, and here's the key word, expand you. The right brain uses open body language and open words. The word open and the word expand is wide open. Women love that language. Guess what language I teach you in my course? Yep, the internal expanding language. Women love this language. It triggers her mating system. They love it when you communicate. I'm going to show you some images in a second. When you use the open expanded body language. But what do men do? They use the logical one. They have like laser beams, like they're looking down 2 tubes out of their eyes, like laser beams out of their eyeballs. Women fucking hate it. One of the pillars of my course is I will teach you how to open up so you don't laser beam women. My ex-girlfriend was going, oh, I hate it. I hate it when men laser beam me because it tightens up their eyes, it tightens up their forehead, and they work so hard to open up and expand, and laser beam asshole, Mr. Linear Logical Laser Beam comes along and laser beams and locks her down, and she freaking hates it. Have you ever wondered why a lot of men will come to me like, Mike, I swear to God, it's like I'm repelling women. I'm like, yeah, you actually are. You're repelling me right now too. And I put my hand up like, God damn, you fucking laser beams, dude. Look down, look away, don't look at me. Literally, because once you're open, you can feel it and it sucks you closed, and it fucking sucks. Gives you a headache, literally. Have you ever heard a woman say, oh, I got a headache, I got to go home? Ah, now you know why. Part 2, building. So in the video, she says attractiveness is buildable. Now, I want you to notice a word that she uses here. Build. So one of the things I learned a long time ago is the difference between the left brain and the right brain is the left brain wants to keep things separate. The left brain's really good at narrowing down, like looking at a molecule and pushing everything aside. And see, when you look under like a microscope, you got to make sure that water that you use, that whatever you put in there, molecule or bacteria, whatever, is like 90, I think it's got to be 96.6% pure or better. Otherwise, you can have impurities get in there and it'll screw up the test, the A/B testing. So my point is, the left brain separates things. It doesn't connect things. The left brain gets really flipped out when she comes like, oh, well, let's connect. He's like, no, don't keep everything separate. Don't mix things up, right? The right brain is all about connecting. In other words, you got one piece of the puzzle. Now, the left brain's really good at studying one piece of the puzzle and mastering it. But then what it does, it kind of throws it aside and forgets about it. Then it looks at another piece and let's master that. Like, let's say you master the carburetor of a car. You study it for a year or two. I've mastered that. And then you kind of throw it aside and then you study the muffler system. Then you master that, and then you throw that aside. You don't make the connections, and this is where left brain men really get left out. You literally don't make the connections. In fact, you don't like to make connections, and I bet whenever you hear women say, "Oh, I'm just looking for looking to connect with someone, to make connections. I just want to click with him," and you're like, "Oh God, there's that language." We don't even like that language. Women love it. So what women do is they talk in detail about one piece of the puzzle, and then they'll talk about another piece of the puzzle in detail, and then they will connect them, and then a third one, and then a fourth one, and a fifth one, and all of a sudden they're literally building up to the bigger picture. Now, this is what I teach you how to do. When you communicate in this way, I'm telling you, she's going to be all over you. Women are going to want to be with you. They're literally going to want to, connect with you. I was dating a young lady. Well, she was about 31 years old. I think I was about 37, 38 at the time. She was getting her doctorate degree in psychology. She was going to be a marriage family counselor. And then one day we were talking about my business and ideas, how I could, get more clients. And she took this. It was actually a top of like a Kentucky Fried Chicken freaking thing, little circular cardboard thing. And she flipped it over and she starts writing all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. And you got to build up to this and you got to build this and you got to build your business and build up relationships. Here, use that in an ad. And I'm just laughing because I'm like, I've been teaching this to men for years at that point. It's all about building, connecting. Now, this wasn't a good picture. I've got another one coming up. But what she was doing, she had her hands kind of like chopping down, and it went down into a V, and she looks down at her crotch, at her vagina. Now, the right brain is the influence brain. It is the master of influence. So when women are born, they're automatically trying to figure out how to manipulate people, how to influence people. Guess what hypnosis is? Yep. It's right brain. Guess what influence is? Yep, it's right brain. The reason why you don't have social power is because you don't use your right brain. You don't even know how to use it. You don't even know how to access it. If you want to be a master of influence, to make more money, to make more sales, to be better at marketing, if you want to be the master of romance, love, and seduction, and here's what I'm trying to say. Women want to be seduced. This is what men don't get. See, because you're like, yeah, but Mike, when I use the openers and lines, that's not seduction. That's manipulation. There's a difference. And not only that, but it's logical left brain manipulation. They need right brain influence, right brain seduction. You're doing the male form of seduction. You're trying to seduce a woman the way a man seduced. Does not work. Omega power is both left, right, and lower reptilian brain all functioning together. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. That's what I have to condition into you, and this is going to take time. I'm going to give you just a few of the right brain words that women use. Expanded, open, clarity, connecting, connection. These are some of the words that women use all the time around men, and men don't get it. If you start communicating in this hidden language, all of a sudden her system will, it like click, flip, it like turns on. She'll look at you in a much different way, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, she's actually paying attention to what I'm saying, and you'll finally realize, wait, all these years, all those years, she's been kind of in the back of her head thinking, okay, I got to do my laundry, got to do this, got to get my hair done, I got to go down to the hair salon, I got to buy this shampoo, I've got to go get some groceries. All the while you're talking to her, she's never tuned into you. When a woman does that for the first time, you're suddenly going to see it. There it is. See it? Open, expanded body language. Her hands are wide open. The other thing is, if you watch the video, she literally leaned back, her shoulders and her back and her head about 2 or 3 inches, and then her eyes shifted. Now she's looking farther up, and she's expanding her vision as well. And look how her mouth is open. Women begin to open their mouth more when they're trying to expand what they're talking about. She even used the word expanded, and oh yeah, here's another word, bigger picture. Write those words down that I gave you. So her body language is expressing this open, wide, expanded, bigger picture. And by the way, the right brain is the bigger picture brain. The left brain is the small, detailed brain, like you're looking under a microscope, and that turns women off. That's why logic doesn't work. The other thing that men do is they point. She opens up and expands to a bigger bubble, and you point to a little pinpoint, like a target, like the little red dot on the target. When you point at a woman, when you take your laser beam eyeballs and you make a pupil small and you pull them together, and they literally, your two pupils, when they come out, they connect at a point like a pyramid or like a triangle at the tip. When you do that, women don't like that. When you physically point your finger, it turns women off. It makes them close down. Now, if you want to be in the friend zone and pushed aside, that's a perfect thing to do. This is why women are always saying, wow, it's really rude to point your finger at someone. Because it is. It takes them from being open and comfortable with you to closing them up, to creating discomfort and making her feeling very awkward around you, and she wants to leave. So during the course, what I'm going to be doing with you is I'm going to teach you a couple things. See, there's a series of things. It's not like there's just one thing. But once you understand them and you walk through it physically a couple times, you're like, oh, okay. Like your brain goes, oh, I get this. And here's the thing. Then I'll take you out in public and I'll say, let's just watch women. Just watch their body language. Just look at the way they use their hands, their eyes, the way they lean back, they tilt back, how they're creating these bigger picture, how they're connecting, like imaginary pieces of the puzzle or boxes together. You watch them do it. And you'll be like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, they've been doing it your whole life. But you can't see it from the narrow focus. You can't see it from the ocular vision, which means the left linear, meaning goes in a line, which is narrow, brain. When you open up to the system, you're going to notice how women shift their tonality. They're going to shift their speed, their tempo, their rhythm. They're going to shift the way they use their body language. You're going to start to go, holy shit, there is a completely different way and a whole communication modality that's been in front of your face your whole life, but you never saw it. And it's much more expressive and much more, sorry for bad English, but much greater clarity. You will look back at men after about a week or two of seeing this and go, holy shit, we are so limited. The male way of communicating in body language is extreme. It's literally shut down. This is why you don't have power. This is why you don't have social power. This is why you don't have social influence. The minute a woman can see you, even if there's nobody in the room but you and her, when she sees you using this form of body language and this way of communicating, she'll be like, this guy has social power. It triggers her mating system. Guys, I'm going to shift you into living a much more powerful and much more influential and awesome life. Life becomes fun because all of a sudden, see, this is what it does. It takes you from being stuck into being unstuck and free, and now you have movement. Now here's another thing that women do. They'll use their hands kind of underneath their heart in an open way, like they're holding their emotions. See how she's holding her emotions right there? This isn't a very good picture, but that's the furthest down I could get. Now the way you need to see this is by being in the right brain, which expands your awareness and brings you into the present moment, which means you're associated. Like, well, what do you mean? When most men talk to women, they'll look up and away, and it's like their two eyes are looking at a box that's probably 3 by 5 inches or something, and they're looking at that image and they're talking about it, which means you're completely disconnected. I just had a lady call me. She goes, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I always find these men and they never see me. What's happening is, you're like, what do you mean I see you? No, you don't. You're in the dissociated part of your system, which means you're not seeing her body language. You're not seeing her tonality. You're not hearing a tonality. You're not seeing, hearing, or feeling the shift. And therefore she's like, he can't even hear me. He can't even see me. It's like going to the movies, okay? So you're sitting in the chair and you're looking external outside of your body at that screen out there. What I'm going to do with you is I'm going to show you how to go into the movie so you're inside the movie. You're not in the movie theater anymore. You are now inside the event. So now the actors are on stage with you. One's right to you. You could touch them. You can see them. The dog's down there. You could pet it. The camera crew is right behind you. You're in the movie. That's what women talk about. So women don't really understand how to shift you. Now this lady doesn't either. That's the one thing that I'm listening to her videos and it's like she's telling, well, see, the thing is you got to be in the present moment and you got to, and yet she has no idea, like, well, how do you teach this to men? When you come in, I will show you this in such a way, I promise you, you're going to be like, holy shit, you're going to go into the 3D world. Most men, the left brain is the two-dimensional world. You see everything as flat, okay, like a length and a width. We're going to show you how to shift into the length, width, and height. I promise you, things are going to look different. Every client I work with is like, holy shit, they'll look out my window and be like, look how vibrant those leaves are. They're like an electric green. And oh my God, it's like the trees are. I go, they're more in depth. They're like, yeah. And this is what women say to men all the time. It's like, I need more depth in communication. Once you shift over, you'll automatically start communicating in this way. Waiting for the final gates to open. This is what I'm talking about. I didn't even notice that was in this song. This is the slow version of Mortals, feat by Laura Brem. See, a lot of you guys, women are actually attracted to you, but it goes right over your fucking head. Like, you miss it. Now here's what she's doing in this. She's taking her hands, she's looking down at her vagina, and then she takes her hands and brings them together like an upside down triangle right into her vagina. She's getting you to look down. She looks at you, her hands are open to you, and then she draws your attention down to her vagina like drawing an arrow. She's flirting. She's trying to turn you on. Every woman in the room can see it. And you're like, well, how do you know she likes me? It's like, well, she literally gave you an invitation to her vagina walls. Hello. But you don't see it. For you ugly guys, you're lucky. Thank God her mating system isn't connected to her optic nerve, to her eyes, like yours is. It's connected to the expansive right brain communication system, which is right brain body language. Body what? Language. Communication. Mating system connected to the right brain communication center, which means right brain body language. Now here's the deal. Women will be like, oh my God, I threw myself at this guy. And then her girlfriends will be like, yeah, I was there. I saw the whole thing. I heard everything she said. And they don't say this, but if they would, they'd say, and I watched her body language. She literally kept focusing and drawing the arrow down to her vagina and to her titties. But a man's like, what are you talking about? I didn't see nothing. What do you mean? You can't see it from the logical brain. You have to open up to the right brain and shazam! Now here's the thing. Men are like, but women are so indirect. I mean, I don't understand. If you see it from the right brain, you're like, oh my God, that's so obvious. It's not kind of sort of obvious. It's fucking obvious. It becomes completely direct. You see it. You're like, oh my God. And here's what a lot of clients will do after I open up to the right brain and go in public. They're like, I can't believe that woman's saying that in public. I'm like, really? I guess they do it all the time. Like, no, they don't. I'm like, yes, they do. Like, Mike, I've never seen women. Like, what's wrong with these people? Women are sexual as fuck all the time, guys. It's unbelievable. But it doesn't. But when you're in your left brain, your external brain, it seems like normal conversation. She's talking about work. She's talking about business. She's pointing to her vagina. The work is her vagina. She's not talking about her job where she makes money. She's talking about the work of satisfying her vagina. I'm like, what are you talking about, Mike? When you open up to the right brain, you're going to see it. You're going to hear it. You're going to feel it. You're going to know it. It will become obvious. And you're going to be like every client I've had, like, why are these women being so rude and so, like what's the word I'm looking for? The word is crude. When you're in the right brain, you're going to see it. And it's going to blow your mind. Now, here's the funny thing. After a while, you guys go back in your left brain, and I'll take you right back to the same story. And you're like, why aren't they doing it? What happened? What changed? Nothing. They're still doing it. Like, no, they're not. Yes, they are. I go, you can't see it now because you switched back. And then I'll take them through the technique to open them up. He goes, oh my God, they're doing it. Like, see? Told you. They always do it. You're going to look back at so many times when female friends of yours were trying to convince you, like, dude, she was throwing herself, or the girl herself might be like, I threw myself at you for 6 months. You acted like you didn't even like me, like you didn't even notice. And this is why women think men are dumb. You're going to feel embarrassed. You're like, oh my God. Because I'll reflect back in high school, like, oh my God, that. Because I didn't think any girl liked me in high school. But as I look back, like, oh my God, these girls were throwing themselves at me, but I couldn't see it. And that's why when I took that girl to the party and she never talked to me again, she was throwing herself at me, but I was being Mr. Proper. And because I always thought, well, you got to be proper. She was trying to be sexual. They get irritated. They feel like you don't like them. They get angry. They feel embarrassed. And the whole time you wanted to fuck them, but they didn't know. Once I was blind, now I can see. That's what my course, Crack the Female Code, will literally do for you. Start now and buy my book, Crack the Female Code, and start there first. Go to crackthefemalecode.com or mikekollin.com. You want more power? Well, now's the time. We have the technology, we have the understanding. This course is advanced. This is above anything you've ever even heard of. Click subscribe, click the like button, and go ahead and make a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.